Hey, all you writers out there, it is Friday, which means it is time to go live and talk about everything you need to know to write, publish, and promote a great book. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, co-founder of Two Sisters Writing and Publishing, and I'm here with our superstar author, Joanie Lindenmeyer, and we are going to share a hot topic today that's going to inspire you. So, welcome, Joanie.
Welcome. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Good to see you. How are you this beautiful Friday?
I'm so happy that it is spring and that writing vibes are happening. I just delivered another 250-page manuscript to one of my ghostwriting, angel writing clients, and I'm just feeling really, really happy about that. How about you?
Awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations. I am doing phenomenal, but bless you, bless you. God bless you. I
Thank
heard
you.
that
It's
sneeze all the
spring.
way to Oregon.
Thanks. Spring allergies are in full effect. So if I sneeze,
Got
that's
it.
just what it is. So
Got it.
thank
Now,
you.
I have to tell you, you are dressed for the occasion today. I love your jacket. I think you should model for everybody. Oh, look at this. You have newsprint and words and books all over you.
So thank you, Joni. This is I my mother bought me and my sister each one of these coats when we were in New York in a few weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
And we just fell in love with them. And we're writers, we're publishers, and so we're covered in words. And it's everywhere we go. Catherine just had a bunch of meetings, and she said everywhere she went, people just cheered up when they saw her coat. And then me, I wore this to New York to my graduate school of journalism reunion this past weekend in at Columbia University. And everybody loved it. It's like, that is so cute. It caught my eye. It cheered me up. Even the TSA agent, they're not usually very chatty or friendly. They're like, I love your energy. Okay, that's great. If I
Yes.
can cheer up the TSA person, that's really cool.
You cheer up everybody, Elizabeth. It doesn't matter who they are or where they are. That is just who
Yeah.
you are. I think that's
Yeah.
one of your missions in life, besides writing, is cheer. It's cheer. And you even end your emails with cheers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We need more
Yes.
of that, period. And you do the same thing, Joni, just by
Thank you.
virtue of who we are and how we walk in the world.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah.
And what I love about your jacket, it's like your game uniform. You put
Oh.
that on and there you go. You're ready to go. Almost as big
Mhm.
as the NFL draft that happened last night, right? You're in
Oh,
your
right.
game uniform.
Yes,
So,
yes,
which
yes.
reminds me,
Okay. Uh-oh, Joni's going to get a prop. Who knows what she's going to come back with? And for those of you who are listening, I'm wearing a coat that has newspaper print all over it, like little pieces of articles. So it's really fun. It's colorful too. It's got like ladies in dresses and things like that.
and it's pink and it's black and it's white, and I think
Uh-huh.
there's purple and blue in it, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So,
Mhm.
and wherever I go, I wear my game uniform.
Oh, of course. Joni's holding up
It's
a
a very simple bright pink with amazing on the back because that was the book that I published that is an amazing love story that became that
oh,
bestseller, and it still blows me away with that.
wow, that's
Yep. But our
awesome.
game uniforms, we can spread the word, and that attracts us to other people, which
Mhm.
I love our topic for today. And would you please introduce it to us?
Yes, our topic today is the importance and power of being in a group when you're writing and talking about writing. Because writing can be a very solitary act. You do have to do the writing yourself. However, when you're able to commune with a group, when you're able to network and share ideas and just feel inspired, it it creates this extra energy and inspiration within you. So, you agree, Joni?
Absolutely. It's all
Yeah.
about the team again. It's that collaboration, engagement, lifting people up,
Yeah.
raising the bar. And together, as you always say, together everyone achieves more. Team, the dream. Yes.
Yes. So this weekend on Sunday, April 26th, 2026, I am leading a one-day How to Write a Book in a Day workshop. And I'll put the link here. It's through the Detroit Writing Room. It will be in a beautiful storytelling lounge at Michigan Central Station. That's our historic train station in Detroit that's been renovated and it's just spectacular. It's 100 years old. It's just No, it's more than 100 years old. It's so beautiful. So anyway, that's Sunday, and it's going to be a day-long group experience that I'm leading based on our best-selling book, Write Your Book in a Day, that Joni's part of. And I'm going to teach people in the group and the energy of a group. Just like Joni, when we were at the South Coast Writers Conference in Oregon in February, the group experience creates the synergy where people feel it's a safe space. They're in like-minded people. It's supportive, it's nurturing. And so cultivating that environment is really, really important. Can you talk
Absolutely.
about, Joni? I know that you have done that in an impromptu manner where you're just with people, or it might be just one other writer. Like I know you met with Faith, one of the
Yes.
writers at the conference who's amazing, very talented. So talk about the synergy when you're with other writers.
Oh, it's incredible. And that has to do with my prop. Okay. And so I have my prop on my little headband here, but I'm going to take it off for a second. It's the prop. And I don't know if you can see that. Which way should I go here?
No, it's there. You're holding up a sprig of a plant.
Yes, a sprig, a sprout, in which
Okay.
means new growth, new
Mm.
growth. And oftentimes at LGBTQ functions, they sell these, when you put it on your LGBTQ thing, because it's all about growth. And the new growth is when you are with other people, when you're working together with somebody, you're helping them, you're listening to them, you're giving them ideas, you're giving them feedback. And that's what you do with your writing workshops. And so, related to that, for me, I am not the guru like you are, Elizabeth, but I do know some tips on how to write better or to let your voice be heard. And so I do mini workshops. And so I've been at the College of the Redwoods in Crescent City, California. I've been at the high school, Del Norte High School. I've been um, just different places impromptu when I do book events and giving just a short little mini one, two, or three little tips, as well as to recommend to get a coach, to find somebody that can really, really engage you personally to bring out the best that you have in your writing. And that's what it's all about. So back to that synergy, when you're with somebody and you're listening to them and you're watching them and you're helping them, and when their light bulbs go off and they go, oh, I get it. I know I should describe more, not just tell. That's a big point, to use the five senses. All these different tips that you've taught me, Elizabeth, I'm able to pass the torch, pay it forward with other people. And the
Yes.
joy for me is exuberance, and the joy for them is exhilaration that they're doing it.
Yes, I love it. That's beautiful. Yes, because we can sit here all day long by ourselves, but the energy that's generated with, like you just described, with another person or in a group is just unparalleled. And so another example of that is I was just at my reunion at Columbia at the journalism school, and there was a whole weekend of programming, Joni, and people, writers, journalists talking about different topics that are relevant, like AI and ethics and all kinds of things, politics, the First Amendment. And to be immersed in all that intelligence and these innovative ideas and these like thought leaders because Columbia's journalism school is the top journalism school in the world. And so it's in New York City, obviously it attracts some of the top talent anywhere in the world. And so I was in the middle of it. And listening to these people talk was just music to my ears. I mean, they used big words and they used big concepts and they strung together sentences that were just like a symphony. Oh my God, I was so just electrified sitting there. I wanted to hear them all day, including the dean, Jelani Cobb, the dean of the journalism school. He is, he has this elegant eloquence, but clarity. So it's like, it's very advanced thinking, but it's also understandable. And that's a
Nice.
huge skill because some people are way up here and we don't relate. However, oh my goodness, he did this 1 hour talk and he spoke throughout the weekend, but it was extraordinary. So the bottom line is being around other writers, Joni, is so inspiring. because you see what they're
Exactly.
doing, you hear how they're doing it. My classmates, they're writing books, they have newspapers, they have, really innovative things that spun off of the journalism foundation. And so, yeah, learning from other people is so, do you agree?
Oh, totally, totally, totally. And I think of because of the book events I've done, I've met other authors because they come to your events or my events, and I go to their events. And what that has led for me just locally here is Cynthia Paulson. Her brand new book, That's a Good Thought. I love that book. And I've
Mm,
interviewed her on the radio. And so the whole community has gotten to know her. And then Judy Howard, another a comedy writer with sincere life experiences and just a phenomenal person who wears a cowboy hat, big sparkling glasses on herself, and lo and behold, she's been on the radio too. And so I love to take it to that next step to introduce these brand new friends of mine that are writers to meet other people. And
hmm
then again, it just spreads like wildflowers.
I love that. That's beautiful. So if you don't know other writers that you can be around, some excellent ways to immerse in a writing community is to join an organization that is specifically for your genre. So for example, I used to be a member of Romance Writers of America. It's actually a global organization that has an annual conference, but they have local chapters. And I would go to the Metro Detroit chapter. There were like 30, 40 women every week writing, talking about letters from literary agents, editors, what they published, bestsellers, writing groups. Really excellent way to make friends, to talk about your industry, to learn, and to really feel inspired and motivated. And then I got really involved. I was the newsletter editor for the group, and then I went to the conference in Chicago. It was extraordinary. And so that was a great way to network. I'm also a member of the National Association of Black Journalists. So when I go to the conventions, I'm amidst journalists from all over the country and going to workshops and meeting new people and learning. And so, really important to join some kind of organization for writers. Um,
Always growing. You are always growing. And you're on a big national level. A lot of times, some of us just have to stick to our local area or our regional area,
mhm.
and then it can spread, and
Yeah,
eventually you're going to be global. I know you're going to be super, super global in all your workshops. And you're going to be a keynote speaker somewhere coming up because you
thanks,
give the best talks. Talk about
thanks,
stringing a
Joanie.
sentence like a symphony. That is a definite Elizabeth.
Oh, thank you so, 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 so much. Thank you.
Yeah,
When
that's
you
true.
talk, so that's what I'm working on. I'm in a speaking cohort and I'm applying for TED Talks and I'm
Nice.
pitching for getting a website made for my speaking and a sizzle reel and pitching to conferences where I can be the keynote. So thank you for that anointing, Joni. You see the vision and I
Yes.
appreciate that. Mhm.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And isn't that the biggest part of it? Seeing yourself as a writer, seeing yourself hanging out with other writers. I
Yes.
never knew this world before, Elizabeth. I think about that. It's going on almost 4 years now, or 3.5, 4 years. And I never knew this world.
Mhm.
I was a sports person. I hung around in sports gymnasiums and arenas and courts and that world of conferences and getting better. And now it's the book world. And it's so
Yeah.
cool how you can open up and you can grow wherever my sprout is. You can grow and
hmm
learn.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Joni, earlier you said something like national, global, local. So,
Mhm.
last October, when I was in Oregon for the Goddess Power Retreat, you and I had the honor and pleasure of leading a writing workshop at Southern Oregon University, thanks to
Oh,
Sweets
yeah.
Underwood. And we
Yes.
had students and adults.
Yes.
Students are adults. We had young people and older people. Um, come together and we led some writing exercises. And so that was yet another opportunity for us to inspire and guide writers or people learning the power of the pen as a
Mhm.
tool for self-excavation, revelation, discovery. So that was really fun. Can you just reflect on that experience? Because it was really a lovely night.
It was. And I love the diversity of the group. Like you just said, age-wise was one. And then in terms of gender, that was another one that was fabulous. I think what I loved about it the most, and you just hit on a word, you said power, Elizabeth. There was such a power in the room of people uh, feeling safe, feeling like yes, they could express what they want to express with the pen or their laptop or their tablet, and to have them, it was beautiful. After you gave a little mini workshop, or we gave a mini workshop, and to see them in this big room, from bean bags to chairs to tables, the silence, but yet the energy, the synergy, as people were doing their own thing, writing from their heart and their lived experiences onto their device. It was so amazing. It's like sitting by a waterfall and you hear the water coming down and you hear the birds. It was like that in the room. It was just magical. It was just mysterious. It was beautiful. And
Uh-huh.
then as they shared, that was the best part. And
Yeah.
here's what I really love about all this. It's the collaboration. It's
Yeah.
talking about it. It's sharing what you have created. You're sharing that. And there's no put downs, there's no criticisms. It's just listening and being open to what somebody has created. And to me, that was really, really powerful. So
Hmm.
it was an incredible experience. I thank Sweets Underwood. I think all the people who attended that day was just fabulous.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
yeah,
It really,
good
really was.
memories.
Yeah, I love seeing the inspiration and like, especially people who are new to the idea of writing as a tool for self-exploration, really,
Hmm.
and affirmation,
Hmm.
especially in the
Hmm.
LGBTQ plus group where people might feel unseen, unheard, lacking confidence and courage. It's a way to
Hmm.
get some and
Hmm.
build it. And we use the book Joyously Free as our tool to
Yes,
serve as the foundation for what we were teaching. So that was amazing.
right, right. Right. And I think it's so, I guess the word would be therapeutic for
Yeah.
somebody. I remember there were tears and there was laughter as they read what they wrote. And you could tell that for many of them, it was a deep thing in their heart. And to be a part of that emotion and a part of their life, it's like a sacred space. It really is.
You're right. A sacred, it is, writing is sacred because it comes out of your heart and soul. So
Mhm,
interestingly, I just talked with two writer friends today, just,
mhm.
and one of them said they recently read a book that was clearly written by AI by someone they know
Oh,
because the book did not reflect the personality of their friend. And so there was that because good writing comes from the heart and soul, not AI.
mm,
I mean, it can be AI can tell you information that's accurate, that's important, that's clear to understand, but the essence of storytelling is the human touch and the way
mm,
we
mhm,
personally spin our ideas with our unique use of words.
mm.
And you're such a perfect example because you use words like wowzer and Yahoo and things like that. So, um, and then my other friend that I just talked to, she's a very, very prolific writer. She was talking about how it's hard to find people who get what you're saying about writing. When you talk to other writers, they and the writers in your genre who understand what you're doing and are because we're doing the same thing. And so it's really wonderful to be able to talk to people who are doing the same thing as you. That's your tribe, that's your team, that's
Mhm,
your,
mhm,
sounding board, that's your inspiration. She's super busy. She has a full-time job, but she's a best-selling author and she's cranks them out like crazy. I'm like, how do you do this? So I'm inspired by her productivity. And she's inspired by things I do. So it's really cool.
it
But
is
our
very cool.
message, Joni, today is for everybody to find their tribe, to find
Mhm,
groups, to find
mhm,
events where you can even start your own meetup for
mhm.
writers. Just find events. Here in Detroit, we've got the Detroit Writing Room, which has lots of events, detroitwritingroom.com. There's also the New York Writing Room. newyorkwritingroom.com, that has events where you can go to. You can be a member and get discounts. And so, whatever it is for you in your town, go to author talks, go to book signings, take a class on writing or workshop like mine on Sunday. Go see Joanie speak because Joanie is a writer. You can meet her at her very robust schedule of events. And all the events are on the twosisterswriting.com calendar. So, Joanie, what are some other ways people can connect with other writers?
My gosh. Well, I know some people do it online.
Yes,
And
thank you.
that's a really, really big one that they go online and they meet different people and there's YouTubes and podcasts and all that kind of stuff. And
Mhm.
I'm inundated with emails that come from other publishers and editors and people in the writing world that say, hey, this is an option for you. Do you want to do it this way? Do you want to do it this way? Are you looking for somebody else? So those are ways to make it happen as well. And then I was just thinking locally that two friends have journeyed into something else and they're writing for our local newspapers. And so one is Jason
Oh,
Liddell and one is Troy Leah. And all of a sudden
nice.
they've taken this to a next step of saying, "Hey, I can write for our local paper and do something." And so to
Wow.
me, that's really, really exciting. And
Oh,
and I know that I'm a little bit part of that, but at the same time, it's about them being able to share their gifts and their talents. And again, it's
yeah.
back to that sprout that I'm wearing to constantly grow, to constantly let out who you are and discover who you are and share that with other people. So
Wow,
you,
that's
you talked about my events. How's this look for June?
oh,
Anything in orange is where I'll be. So they're all posted on the event. I think I have 14 engagements in June alone, but June is Pride Month too. So
right.
there's just a lot of things happening. But go online, everybody. Check out where you can go to find your team and your tribe.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. And then once you find them, it takes a little effort to cultivate the connections.
Right,
You
right.
can have a group chat and where you text each other. You can have a weekly Zoom call where you convene, or maybe the organization actually has meetings online or in person. But you have to do a little, emailing, calling, texting, staying connected, have an accountability buddy. That's a really popular thing where, you both pledge to write 5 hours a week or create, I don't know, 1,000 words a week. And by the end of the week, you're like, did you do it? Okay, why not? What stopped you? Oh no, I wrote 2,000 words. So how did you do that? So just the back and forth and the accountability with another person who's doing the same thing can be very, very motivating.
Right on, right on. And again, it's sharing, isn't it? It's
Mm-hmm.
sharing,
Mm-hmm.
sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So
Fantastic.
teamwork,
And you never know where it's going to lead you. That's the cool
true.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
My
Yeah.
good friend Mike just walked in the door. We're going to be going to breakfast here pretty soon, but it's
Oh,
like you just never know where that goes. He's involved in the film industry part of everything. And he created Wowzer, which is my film. But
yeah.
you never know where the writing will take you. And it may take you to a certain place that you didn't even think was going to happen. And it happens
Mm-hmm.
but it all starts from the writing. It all
Mm-hmm.
started from the writing. And you
Yes.
all can do it. You got it.
Yes, 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 yes. I love that, Joni. So, any final words of wisdom to inspire all the writers out there to connect, to team up, to immerse, to network?
You think what you can do it when you're always
Joni?
doing
Yeah, I'm thinking. Um, I just had this little wisdom come. It's amazing
what you can do when you're always doing.
what you can do when you're always doing. So just keep moving forward, I think
Uh-huh.
is the big thing. Keep moving
Yeah.
forward, keep writing, and but you're not alone. You're not alone. Find
Mm-hmm.
other people that are your tribe, your people, so you can collaborate.
I
And
love
they'll
that.
bring out the best in you, and you'll bring out the best in them. And wahoo,
That's
that's what
amazing.
happens. Very
Yes, yes,
humbling.
yes. And if you're in Detroit this weekend, today's the last day to register for the Write Your Book in a Day workshop at Michigan Central Station, sponsored by the Detroit Writing Room. So please, please, please join us. You will get a copy of this book. You will walk out with all kinds of inspiration, motivation, instruction, guidance, and actually an outline of your book that we're going to start working on, as well as clarity on what you're doing. So other people can hold the key to help you achieve your writing dreams. So, Joanie, thank you for joining me. I hope you and Mike have an amazing breakfast. Mike, hello, you're awesome. Thank you for the radio interview. Yay, there he
Hey,
is.
Elizabeth, how are you?
I'm
A joy to see you, young lady.
you
Was
too.
a great to finally meet you in person a couple of months back when we were at the Writers Conference.
Yes,
So
thank you,
heart
Mike.
goes out.
Thank you. So happy to see you. So everybody,
Yep, yep.
Mike actually set up Joanie's radio program, Joyously Joanie, and set it up at Joyously Free, sorry, with Joanie Lindenmeyer. He set up the radio program at our writers conference. So Joanie and I left our writing workshop. I was leading it about publishing her memoir, and Joanie was there in full effect. And we go to another room down the hall, and boom, we're on the radio, or he recorded it. So extraordinary. Thank you very much, Mike.
You're very welcome. And I got to tell you, I had the easy part. All I have to do is press the button. Set the equipment up, press the button. When you have fantastic women in the room like you and Joni, everything just is so much easier. And
Oh,
surround yourself with good people and good things happen.
thank you. Thank you.
Oh
Thank you.
my
Thank
gosh, that's
you.
not a good way to end it, huh? Oh boy.
Perfect. Perfect.
Oh, Mike, you're
Surprise
great. You're
guest
great.
appearance by
Well,
Mike. Thank you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, with that, everybody, please visit twosisterswriting.com where you can learn all about the things we do and get all of our books, None Better, Joyously Free, Healing Religious Hurts, and all the other books by our two sisters writing and publishing authors, as well as my books and my sister's books and our mother's book. We have a lot,
Yes.
it's a treasure trove of great books for you to read. Meanwhile, if you'd like to join the workshop Sunday, please click the link here. Also, keep in touch, book a discovery call, and I'd love to connect with you to see how I can help you write your book. So, we wish you happy reading and happy writing, and we'll see you next week.
You got it. Bye, everybody. And Elizabeth, I think you should model one more time your beautiful jacket for everybody.
Okay, here it
Okay.
is. Whoops, here it is. It's got all the writing on the back, up and down the sleeves. It's got kind of a poofy bottom that you can't really see, but it's just super fun.
I
So
love
thanks,
it. I love
Johnny.
it.
Thanks. All
You're the
right.
best. Write your
You
heart
are.
out. Have fun on Sunday.